So firstly, welcome everyone, and thank you so much for joining us for today's first webinar of our brand new series, Feature Focus. This is a short feature focus on secure message broadcasting, which is meant to be topical and informational. My name is Nicole Allen, and I'm the marketing executive here at Salty&A. And today we are joined by our two founders, CEO Joe Boyle and Global Support Leader Johnny Blair. And now, without further ado, we will turn the time over to our hosts.
Thank you, everyone. Great to see you all here. This one is about secure message broadcasting. This is the first in our series that we'll be running at the end of every month. And the goal here is to make this short, sharp, but hopefully informative and interesting for you. And as Nicole said, if any questions come up during the presentation, please do ask them. So Johnny, in terms of defining what secure broadcasting is, let's do a comparison to group messaging, which is familiar to everybody. Everyone's been part of group chats on the different systems that we use, and obviously when you're in a group chat, you can send texts, you can send audio messages, you can send video attachments and documents of all types, and we can definitely do that in broadcasting. When a broadcaster sends the content out. But there are, a number of notable differences between what a large group chat is and what a large broadcast group is. Do you want to just chat through what the differences are?
Sure. So with group chats, generally it's a multiple way conversation. One of the big differences between group chats and a broadcast is that a broadcast is emitted from one way and it goes to subscribers. Subscribers can't really respond to it in text form or message form. Obviously, they can act on the information contained in the message. The message content has a similar array of text, audio, video, and documents that can be sent in a broadcast. In group chats, you can burn messages, you can manually gesture a burn, or you can set an auto burn timer so that once the message is read, it disappears. In broadcasts, the broadcaster can make an explicit gesture to burn a broadcast, but many of our customers also include a broadcast retention policy, whereby irrespective if a broadcast has been consumed by all of the subscribers or not, the information, because it may be sensitive information, is removed from the devices after an expiry time. So that just automatically happens.
Whether they've read it or not, right?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. And that can be across thousands of users as well. I don't know if a group chat becomes fairly infeasible if there's more than like 15, 20 people in a group chat. Information can become very garbled and confused very, very quickly with lots of different responses coming from different angles. So the idea being that the one-way communication does scale better in more practical terms, but also in performance terms as well. Most of the time this information has to be delivered in a timely fashion, so we've gone to reasonable pains to ensure that we've optimized the dissemination of that to all of these users.
We've just brought up a bit of a slide here with an animation on the right hand side that kind of points to a broadcast channel called Crime Conference, where someone is sending a warning message, or there's an alert or threat here that's saying that a person of interest has been identified. When we're sending messages, the broadcaster, depending on how the channel is configured, can pick from one of three. An informational message might be something that's relatively mundane, but maybe not urgent, around an interesting piece of information that has some level of sensitivity attached to it, that's going out to a group of people. A warning may be exactly what it says, where you're trying to bring people's attention, but again, not in a super urgent, at this very moment type type of way to a piece of information, and then the alert is kind of, you know, the hammer thrown down, where it really is of critical importance to grab the attention of the individual. In terms of who's using this, I mean, we have users within the government space, government agencies, obviously providers of critical infrastructure, who feel under threat, who may have real-time issues. It's used within policing, intelligence, also with military. Law firms use this in terms of managing security around very sensitive matters, etc. And oil and gas companies, you know, that have maybe people working in, you know, very unstable areas of the world, where they are under threat or need to be protected. They would use this, you know, to alert individuals about threats or, you know, some events.